Today we will discuss about the PeopleSoft record. In our previous discussion we completed about the fields. Before discussing the record in application designer, in PeopleSoft database side we have three types of tables. First table type is system catalog tables. Second table type PeopleTools. Third table type application data tables. These three table types. System catalog tables are handled by PeopleSoft Oracle DBS, not by us. Those are SYS syntaxes. PeopleTools tables. I can simply tell you one thing. PeopleTools table will store metadata. Metadata. What is metadata? We are not changing this data on a regular basis and we are not modifying this data by manual. What are these tables? What kind of tables we can call PeopleTools tables? Here, let us say we have a table here, employee table, MAX underscore EMP underscore TBL. If I am trying to create one more table with the same name, we will get one message. The table is already existing in the database. Would you like to replace the existing one? Like that. That means somewhere this table name is stored. Somewhere this table name is stored. What is that particular record? That record is PeopleTool table of PeopleSoft records. Select start from PS rec definition. This is the record where we can see our record naming. Let us say where record name equal to MEX EMP TBL. Now you will see the record name MEX EMP TBL, which is holding the field count is 5. Like this. That means which is displaying the data. When is it okay? Now this is the record name which we created and this is the field count, number of fields are 5. This record definition is the PeopleTools table, PS record definition. Like that we have different PeopleTools tables like for field, PSDB field, PS panel definition, PS panel group definition. What is this panel and panel group? Panel is nothing but page, panel group is nothing but component. For each and every
Venkat,
yes.
sorry, I changed the USB drive. Sorry about that. Can you just please, PS field, after the SQL query, can you please recap me?
Nothing I have discussed. It's a table which is displaying the record naming information. Information about the record. This is the record we created and this is the field count we have in that particular record. Like that, all these are the PeopleTools tables which are holding field information, page information and component information. Here at the top,
meaning just the table name?
Not name, on properties also. How many fields it has, like that.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Then, for each and every object in the application designer has a field, it has a table. But, if you observe carefully, we have not defined all this information manually, and we are not the persons to change it. Maybe after some time you are adding some of the fields here, then automatically the field count will increase. Application data tables are like this, PS underscore syntax. We used our table already. We created our table. So start from employee table. If you query it, this is the information we added and we are going to modify this information. Now, if you observe difference, PeopleTools tables and application data tables, one simple difference, there is no underscore after PS. But here we have underscore. If you are holding any table with PS underscore, it's a PeopleSoft standard table. I will show you, this is the PeopleSoft standard table. How can I say it's a PeopleSoft standard table? Go to the record type. If it's a non-standard SQL table name, the table name will be given here. It's a standard SQL table, PeopleSoft standard SQL table. Now, I'm opening the record, PS rec definition. It's a record. It's a non-standard SQL table. Non-standard SQL table which is not holding PS underscore in starting. All those record names we have to provide in this non-standard SQL table. Even if you open PSDB field, this is the record which is holding the field database. Like this. All these are the informations we can observe in the database side. Table types. We can play with this table data. We are modifying this. We can add, we can delete, we can update, and we can so on so. But I am suggesting please don't modify this table data, PeopleTools table data with the backend. Like don't use don't use DML operations like insert, delete, and update. You can play with this table data, but not there. Now, coming to the records in the application designer, this is the record, and all these are the record types. Whenever we created the record, we are building it. We will discuss these two options simultaneously. SQL table, 7 types of records are there. What are those records? SQL table underscore TBL is the naming convention. SQL view underscore VW is the naming convention. Thought type dynamic view underscore DBW is the naming convention. Derived a work record derived underscore or underscore WRK is the naming convention. Next, sub-record underscore SDR is the naming convention. Query view underscore QVW. Next, temporary table underscore TAO underscore TMP, anyone. All these are the naming conventions. All these are the suggestions, not mandatory. All these are the suggestions. If you are using this particular naming convention, it is very easy to understand. What is the record type based on this name? Now, coming to the SQL table first. What is SQL table? Simply, it will store the data. You can update the data, you can delete the data, you can insert the data. All DML operations you can apply on this table type, SQL table. Simple. Whenever we created the SQL table, we are building the SQL table with the help of this build option. Whenever we are using the create table, automatically it will create the table in the database. if you go to the settings, once you created the table, there is two options, the recreation table if already exists, skip table if already exists. That means, generally, this is the option which is already defined in the database side. Skip table if already exists. Why? Because if you are creating the table again and again, let us say we have the data here. We have a page and we have some data here. If I'm creating the table again by using the recreate table option, by choosing the third option, execute and build script, click yes, what will happen? Your data is gone. If you are recreating the table, your data will be gone. Generally, whenever you are rebuilding the table, that means when we will, what are the chances to rebuild? Whenever we are adding the fields, whenever we are deleting the fields from the record structure like that. Let us say I am removing comments from this record. Save it. Whenever I am building, no need to create it. You can alter it. You can alter it. What is the meaning of alter here? Altering the table structure here. Let us say I am not showing anything here. Now we have a structure like this. I am just adding the data again. Just save it. Now you have the data in the database. Now I am trying to remove comments from the record structure. Now I am deleting it. Now try to build it by using alter option. Alter the table. Yes, we are altering the structure which is already existed. Please make sure you selected this option. Every time I am using this word, please make sure, because if you are choosing this option, build script file, it will only generate the script file for you. It won't execute the SQL in the backend. Let us say, if you click on build, one second. In the settings, also, please choose this option. Generally, the option is like this. Skip record if data present. In the backend, comments field is holding some data. If it is holding the data, what is the option? By default, skip record if data present. That means it won't build the record for you. Let us say, by using this option, I am trying to build it. There is one error in the build. What is the error? Nothing. Here, in the log file, you can see the error. To be deleted as data present record skip. It's an error. Then, now I am going to change the setting. Drop column even if the data present. Now I am selecting the alter option. Execute it. Now I am using the build script file. I am not using the execute and build script. Now it's completed with a warning. This is the alter script. Successfully generated the script. Still the comments is there. We have not deleted it. We just build the script. We haven't executed it. Now if I am choosing this option, execute and build script. Alter tables, execute and build script. It will build the script for you and it will execute the script for you. Build it. Now go ahead and check it. There is no comment. Then you may ask me one question like, Venkat, why don't we choose always this option? Why we are using this option? Why? Because in some of the environments, some of the banking databases, they are not allowing PeopleSoft developers to operate, to create the tables from their point, from their end. Then in those particular scenarios, we will collect the script file by using this option, and we will collect the script file and we will send the script to DBA please build this table. This is my requirement. This is build. Now, just add the comments. Whenever we are adding the field to the record, it won't create much disturbance. Whenever you are deleting the field from the record, then only we have to concentrate the field is holding the data or not. I'm using altering again, alter tables again, execution, build script, build it. Now, again you will see the comments, but it is not holding any data. Now, coming to the second record type, SQL view. What is the view in the database? It will just help us to display the information whichever is generated by that particular query. Let us say in PeopleSoft database, so let's start from PS underscore personal data, which will display all the personal information of the employee. Employee ID, name, first name, last name, country, so on so. One more table is there, PS underscore pers underscore NID, which will display the information of national identification. This is the national identification data. In US, they are capturing all NID information. In Indian side, they are capturing all passport information. Now, my client is asking, we are expecting the information is like this: employee ID, name, comma, national ID. These three fields are not available in a single record. These three fields are available in two of these records, in both of these records. PS personal data, which is holding employee and name, and NID table, which is holding this national ID. I would like to join these two tables. Then I have to check what is the common and key field. Employee ID here, employee ID here. Even you can open the record here, personal data. This is the record, and you can check the key structure of the record here. Key. Only one key field. Now, I'm opening record pers underscore NID. Now I can join these two tables based on this key information. Now, just write the join query. A.employee ID, comma, A.name, comma, B.national ID, where, from personal underscore data A, comma, pers underscore NID B, where A.employee ID equal to B.employee ID. PS underscore. Here also PS underscore. Like this. This is the data. 10,812 rows. Let's say I'm adding one more simple condition, and B dot national ID not equal to space. Like this. All these informations. Almost 10,071 rows are generated. This is the query I have to write every time to generate this kind of data. But now I am going to use a view. I am going to create a view now. View is nothing, it's a record. But I am selecting my type of the view is SQL view. Now, in this record structure, I need those three fields. I'm inserting the delivery field by using the simple option, insert field. You can create the field by your own, you can use the existing field. I'm using the existing field, employee ID, name, next, national ID. Now just I'm saving my employee NID view underscore VW. My view is created. Here click to open the SQL editor. Here I am placing my SQL. The same SQL which I copied from the database. Simply save it. Now simple. Please build a view by using create views and build it. Now your view got successfully generated here. This is the view statement. Create view. This particular statement is nothing. Whenever if I am asking you to generally build a table in database, what we will write a statement, create record name, field name, so on so. Here also the same statement is generated and it's executed. Simply I am writing a simple statement, PS underscore, okay, employee underscore NID. This is the record. The same information we are getting. Whenever we require this kind of information directly, we will use this particular view. No need to write the entire statement again and again. Is it clear both of you as of now or any doubts?
Yeah, Venkat, clear, but can you please show me when you say build script, the script opened by itself, right? The navigation to see that?
No, nothing. The simple navigation is also there. Here,
oh,
in the build options,
uh-huh.
settings, you will see the logging and the original script navigation here. Even you can generate your navigation to the desktop also.
Okay. So from here, you are opening it in the editor, that one.
Here also you can open it. Like it is directly opening the script file for us by double clicking here.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah. And our custom table, though we are giving max underscore something, but when we are querying, we need to add PS underscore. Is that correct?
In the database. Whenever we are keeping the database, please use PS underscore.
Okay. Whereas for the records, what's that? PeopleTools records? What is that one? You said.
No PS underscore. No PS underscore.
No PS underscore only. Okay.
It has a PS reference, but there is no underscore.
Okay. So we can query as it is.
As it is.
Okay.
Now, if I am asking any question, like if any interviewer is asking, what is the difference between SQL table and SQL view? Simple difference. In SQL table, we can modify the data by using some DML statements. But in view, we can't do it. Why? Because it is just displaying the data in front of her with the help of a SQL statement. When this particular data will change, whenever you change these two tables. Simple. If anybody is asking what is the difference between a table and view, simple. In the table we can modify the data, but in view we can't. Gopi, are you clear so far?
Yes, Venkat.
Fine. Next, record type is the dynamic view. Whenever I select it, it's a record type is a dynamic view. Build option is gone. These two objects are database objects. This object is not a database object. Build option is gone. Why? Objects they treated like that. And what is dynamic view? It's a view. Simply, I can say it's a view. But it is not existed in the database. It's not a physical object. Then, if you look at the PeopleWorks, they will tell you it will improve the performance. but interviewer will ask you how to improve the performance. Dynamic view is a type of a view which we can use in our people code practices. Like let us say, if let us imagine this is the country field. I selected USA country as USA. Okay, based on this field selection, USA field selection, my departments should display all USA related. Just for example, I think. Generally, if you are writing the SQL view, what we will do in the where condition, where country equal to, select all the departments from the department table, where country equal to USA. But in real time, in front end, what I am doing, I am changing the country here and I am checking the departments. But in SQL views, how can I write, how can I pass the elements? It's not possible. But in the dynamic view, I can, like this, equals to column 1. Column 1 is the parameter. I can pass this parameter through people code with the help of dynamic view. With this, we can improve the performance in online pages. You can simply tell them the dynamic view is a type of view which is not a database object, but we can use these views in our people code practices in online pages. We will see in our upcoming practice. Next, one more record type. That is, here you will see derived or work record. It is also an database object. This is also not a database object, that's why it won't have any build option. Fine. Here, derived or work record. What kind of, in which kind of scenarios we will use it? Generally, these, if you are looking at the definition in the people books, they are saying, these derived and work records we will use in temporary online transactions, and it will store temporary data whenever we are processing online transaction. But let us say, okay, fine. Coming on to this page. This is a push button. Otherwise, I will open a page for you. This is a push button, right? This is a field, dependent information, gender information, name information we are displaying. This is a push button. Whenever I click on this button, it is directing me somewhere. It is also a button. These buttons are executing our functionality based on our requests. But these buttons are not storing anything in the database. Dependent ID, which is storing something in the database. Name, which is something storing in the database. But this button is not storing anything in the database. Just it is executing our functionality. These kind of buttons, links, we will use the derived record fields. We will use the fields, but we will use the derived record fields. We will see in our practice. Next, sub-record. Sub-record is a type of record where we can use it for many purposes, in many scenarios. It's not a direct record, that's why there is no build option available for this sub-record. And the naming convention is _SPR. Let us imagine you are using your address information in number of records, like employee record, dependent record, department record, location record, in everywhere you are capturing your address. Then, in everywhere you are using all of these fields, address 1, address 2, address 3, address 4, city, state, country, zip. All these information you are adding in each and every table. Then, I will use this sub-record and I will keep all these fields in a sub-record. Wherever I require these fields information, I will directly add the sub-record in the place of individual fields. That means, if anybody is asking, what is the purpose of sub-record, I can simply use one word. We will use, I can say, reusability. Reusability. We will see in our practices. Query view. It has a build option. It's a database object. But there is no option to write the query manually. Yes, there is no option to write the query manually. Here, you have to click on this particular option to launch the query. It will launch the PS query in the 2 tab, and we can select the query by selecting records and fields, so on and so on. But very occasionally we will use this kind of views. Generally, if you need a database object as a view, we will go with SQL.